refreshing 10-minute break. I
Oh,
managed
yeah.
to clear my head. So, we were not able to contact Senelion, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, oh well, that's a shame because it's kind of like a Cinderella story. He comes
Yeah.
back and all of a sudden just wrecks everyone. But I mean, he's always been one of the top players, so it's not that
Yeah. Yeah.
surprising.
Yeah. He's been grinding on rank like an unbelievable amount, like a cruel tech amount. Like I think he played 55 games one day. Like he's been grinding. He's ready. He's been practicing. So it totally makes sense at the end of the day that he just won out. Knew
Anyway,
the meta, nice decks.
yeah,
Um,
well, I don't know if he's the one who came up with the Molten Enoch deck, but it's proven to be quite powerful.
from what I hear, he likes to like take cards that he thinks are overpowered and like build decks that are super overpowered to kind of try to change the meta and possibly produce a nerf. Um, that's kind of his deck building strategy from what I've read on Discord. Um, so yeah, if we want to just talk about all three of his decks quickly here before we get into the card reveal, I think that would be fun. So the first one is obviously the artifact deck. It was more of a 4 level, like serious 4 level deck with the silencers, which you don't see all the time. He didn't use the freeze package, which we often see. I know Torek was playing that with his Malric deck, but he had Rays and New Horizons, and even had Lamps in there, which I don't know if we saw play. I know one got discarded. But yeah, that was an interesting take on the whole artifact spectrum of decks, and I thought it was cool. It obviously worked quite well. You build up, silence them, and then you just have your way with the artifacts. So that worked out well. The second deck we had was a sort of Hate Bears variant, adding in the Harbinger of Sorrow, Bark Convoy, Swamp God, Landslide, which we don't see as much play anymore. Worked out really well. It works great against spirits because they just disappear from the board and don't go back to the hand. Also, I think the Swamp God did a good job against Dual with the Flesh Sculptor. So yeah, that was super cool. And then obviously we saw the crazy Molten Passageway deck with just a bunch of huge creatures, discard effects. You can self-discard, reanimate things. Flash of Delirium puts things in the graveyard. Obviously, one Sanctum is very powerful. Battlescar for draw, Ciara just for craziness, and
Making
Dr.
aggro
Styx.
cry.
Yeah, Dr. Styx just for the removal, because that Bezarok, Dr. Styx, and Noxious Fumes are your only real removal deck, but it's definitely enough at the end of the day. I mean, obviously you have the Azarus, Infernal Vorpsters, Flash Delirium, so there's enough like indirect removal in the deck where it can hold its own quite well. We've seen a lot on ranked recently. So yeah, that was a very interesting 3-deck combo. We had kind of 2 mid-range and 1 just combo-y, crazy reanimation alternative sort of deck. So yeah, thought it was a great lineup.
Overall, I think this was one of the more emotionally charged Masters with so many games just coming back to, back-to-back top decks with the overwhelming forces being still in my memory.
Yeah,
pretty
that was a great
awesome.
one.
But on the flip side, I think we've seen way too many missed DOs in this one too.
Yeah, that was really rough.
No, but notably the one in the final battle where Torek just missed it on turn 1 and just fell so far behind in that first game that there was no hope.
Yeah, it sealed his fate there.
I mean, he I think was probably an underdog anyways, but that just...
Yeah, but he really needed to win that first game with that deck.
Yeah, that turned it into like no chance.
Yeah.
Anyways,
we've seen.
I'm sure you're all thinking, "Hey guys, why don't you stop yammering on about deck lists? We want to see this new card, right?" All right. I got it here. You ready for it?
Oh, let's see it.
Bam!
Let's see it.
This is the I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm gonna call it Comsiant.
Okay.
So Comsiant, the Realm Guardian.
Whoa, that's cool looking.
Now I'm not sure what this icon up here means.
Oh, that's from the new set.
Oh, okay. So that's
that
cool.
denotes the new cards in this. They'll be in their own new packs that are replacing small packs and drafts. So they'll contain 4 of the new cards only.
Awesome. So, what do we see? What are we seeing in this hero, and what are we not seeing in this hero? First of all, there doesn't appear to be a hero power. And yeah, so this hero has a bunch of passive effects. Yeah. So you start with an extra card and 5 extra life, but you have no hero power. And this other effect, whenever you play a non-ancient spell, you lose a life. Now, there are no ancient spells as is, but we can assume there will be some kind of ancient spells. I don't know. I don't have any information on what that implies exactly, whether they're just regular spells but with the ancient tag, or whether they're super good or super bad. Probably not super bad. And the hero himself is an ancient, so we may be looking at some kind of a new keyword, not just on spells, but perhaps on creatures too, that may have its own internal synergy. And this is a colorless hero, by the way. So that means... That means...
This is our first colorless card? I think so.
Yeah. It's the first card that is not bound. I mean, it makes sense because there's no... there's no triggers or anything, so there's nothing to pay money for. Now, this would imply that the... gosh, I forget her name. The 2/3 that searches for action cards cannot find anything because it doesn't share any colors with this.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
If we're gonna... so where could you play Comsiant? Obviously, you're not gonna want to play it in Control, right? Because you play a lot of spells in Control, and you want a hero power. So off the top of my head, I'm thinking either Priests, because it's extra 5 life.
Yeah, maybe.
Could get you to 40 faster. Or just straight up aggro, where you're trying to end the game quickly anyways, and the extra card could help you.
I'm thinking aggro and possibly mid-range as well, because the extra life gives you a little more space against aggro decks while you're searching for your creatures and everything.
No, assuming you don't run too many spells, of course. Or maybe once the ancient spells do come out, then you'll be able to run those. No, I don't think Ancient Wisdom counts. Sorry, no. It would have to have that Ancient tag.
Yeah, it's like, if I say a mercenary is not a mercenary.
Exactly.
Just because it has mercenary in the name. It's got to be in the bottom, above the card type.
Now, I don't believe any of the most recent 7 cards are ancient spells. So I'm guessing maybe next month we'll start seeing it.
Yeah, no, so Ancients, this is our first one that we've seen. Primary, well, obviously Shrines are primary, and we have our primary creature, so I think this is going to be a theme that we're building on in the new set, or the new season, of Ancients and Primaries. It goes along with the lore, with the Ancients coming back from the Astral Flux or whatever, so yeah. Some new mechanics are coming out.
Yeah.
Some with primary and some with ancient. So we'll have some nice new stuff to play around with.
No, Cruel Tech. I believe there will be specific spells with the ancient tag on them.
Ancient spell.
Yeah, so it's not just anything from the new set. That would be weird. So I'm sure they'll be easy enough to figure out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one more thing to mention. So there is a deal available for those, probably best for those who have most of the cards and don't want to bother trying to open all of these. You can get all of the new cards, including the hero, playset of all this stuff, and 60 copies of the primary cards, which will be we know the Spider is one of them.
Yeah.
And there'll be one more primary card. So you get 60 copies of those, and it costs, I believe, 300,000 gold or 1,200 crystals. So same as a box, which you may think you get less cards, but you should really think of it as you're buying premium packs because you're gonna get stuff you didn't already have. But again, if you're new, I would probably just stick with buying packs until you build up a decent collection. But if you already have most of the stuff, you probably will save by just getting this directly, assuming you don't just want to craft them with Shrines or whatever.
Sure. Also, as I said before, they will be in draft mode, replacing small packs. So those 4 cards at the bottom right will all be new cards in every draft once it's released.
Right, but when it's not going to start yet, right? Because we don't have enough of those cards.
No, we're gonna once the new set's released. We will not have small packs in drafts anymore.
Well, so, how many more? We don't know how many more sets that'll, because we're doing this monthly, right?
Sorry, what did you say? I missed you there.
They're doing this monthly, so how many months until the set is considered released is what I don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to ask Ego about that. I think I was given the impression that immediately these cards will be in the small pack slot.
Well,
I may be wrong about that. We could get some clarification. But
well, no, because that's only 6 cards at the moment.
Yeah.
So they'll just be appearing in every single small pack.
Yeah.
You'd have spiders everywhere.
It's possible that this is the case. We can get some clarification in Discord later, but that was my understanding. I could be wrong.
We'll see. I'm sure this will be announced somewhere or another. So anyways, colorless hero, that's pretty cool. I wonder if there'll be more of these. Because, I mean, you could just have other ancients with different health stats. Like, you could have a 15 health ancient, but with a more powerful passive ability.
That'd be interesting, yeah.
And then you don't have to worry about color considerations. Now, they can't be too powerful, right? Because then they would just be better than all the other heroes.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it'd be cool to see a hero with like 10 health, but like some ridiculously strong ability.
Yeah, like start with 5 extra cards or something. Who knows?
I think you might die to aggro too quickly, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. That would need a lot of testing. So.
Or extra mana. Who knows?
Anyways, once all the cards are revealed, which will be soon, right? I think. Because we've seen, this is the 3rd card, but the other 4 will be revealed soon. I'll of course be reviewing them. I'll rate them for draft. I'm not sure how I'll rate this one, but I imagine this will probably do poorly in draft, just because hero powers are very important there. And when you're comparing it to something like Burke, I think I'll take Burke. But
yeah, and there's a lot of powerful spells in draft too that help you maintain board advantage. So that's another consideration.
Anyways, I think we've pretty much covered everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I assume this means you can have 3 hero powers from shrines, since you don't have a one by default. But it seems difficult to pull. It'd be probably difficult to pull off, and probably not worth. Like, that wouldn't be a reason to want to use this hero. You want to use it for the extra life and maybe the extra card somehow.
Yeah.
But because you're front loading your advantage, you want to win quickly. You can't drag it out.
Sure. Yeah, even life game's gonna cost you a life per. Unless you use something like Challenge Abuse. So I'm sure people get creative. You always do.
Oh yeah, Dark Portal. That's actually interesting. 5 extra life and 1 extra card for Portal.
Oh yeah, that's Portal's an artifact.
Right. Well, the point is that the demons tend to not use their hero power much.
Yeah. And
having 5 extra life could mean an extra turn with Portal, extra 2 turns with Portal.
Yeah. Plus your first zombie is not gonna hurt you. It'll still be a 22, which will be nice.
Could work.
If you play that set that Dragor did in Masters.
No, you don't lose on the Portal because it's an artifact, not a spell.
No, I'm talking about if you.
I'm responding to chat.
Oh, okay.
Someone in chat said that it's 4.
Yeah. Yeah,
the life loss is only.
Yeah,
spells.
It's an artifact.
Yeah.
It's not a spell.
Yeah, I mean, start with 1 more card and just play all 1-drops. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe mid-range decks will make a comeback now instead of just the whole control aggro meta that's going on right now.
What we can say is that it's an interesting enough hero that it warrants testing. We'll just have to see exactly where it lands.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been fun. This has been an excellent Masters. A lot of excitement, a lot of salt, I'm sure. Senelion,
always.
You're the man. You taught me all of my abilities to play card games. So, good of you to come back and show all the young whippersnappers how it's done. I'm just imagining Senelion as a 70-year-old man with just pouring over this. Yeah, exactly. Although I know he's not. He's probably close to my age. I don't know exactly how close, but he is not 70. I can tell you that.
I don't know.
Anyway, since Igloo doesn't appear to be in chat to offer any wisdom, I guess we'll just call it.
Awesome.
We'll see you guys next month. Looking forward to... Then my next video will probably be the review.
All right.
And maybe a draft here and there. Maybe album will draft or make a video somewhere. Maybe Bolter will finally get off his ass and do some videos. He's promised us like the campaign.
Yeah.
And he hasn't done it.
Well, we'll have to pester him.
Yeah. Anyways.
Great to see you guys. Enjoy.
May the hats be with you.